Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get a blank from this piece of firewood here, and I'm going to take my Bushman blade here, and I'm going to go with the grain, and I'm just going to chop off a piece and see, probably about a 1/4 of an inch thick. And I'm using a mallet here so I don't ruin the back of my blade here. Okay? I just tap on the edges on the end here towards the handle. And that's a safe way to split a piece of wood using your bigger or heavier knife. Always sheathe it. Okay, so what we have here is we have a couple of pieces that look like potentially good pieces for our arrow straightener. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this piece here. I think this will work. And what we're going to have to do is bore a hole in this before we finish up shaping it. And we'll do, and that's why I didn't want it too thick. So this is probably about, I don't know, about a 1/4 of an inch thick or so. It'll be thinner over time as we work it and shape it. But right now I want to find a divot. I'll make a divot with my smaller blade. I just want to kind of create some sort of seat. Then I've got a piece of mullein that I'm going to use as my hand drill. I don't want it terribly long, and I want it thick enough to make a hole that'll fit the arrows that we're making. So I'm going to score this. And then I can just pop it like that. And then I want to kind of round the ends a little bit. This will create for me a seat for my hand drill. So we're going to use a hand drill to bore a hole all the way through this piece here. So what I could do, I'm already on concrete, so it's best to have a hard surface underneath. And so what I can do is I find my position, and I can sit, and I can just kind of get this going. And this process is similar to making a fire with the hand drill. It'll just take a little while because it's going all the way through. Now this is making good smoke, which is if we had made this for making a fire, we probably would have an ember by now. But that's not our purpose. Sometimes to get a grip, you cut off the char so it doesn't start to burnish or polish on you. Still got to create some friction. And then I can help it along by continuing to dig out. I'm also giving myself a rest. Now this can also be done with a pump drill, which hopefully I'll get a chance to cover later, some other time. But for now we're just using hands. Okay, so what has happened is I've hand drilled this down far enough to where I can see the tip of the blade on the other side. Then what I want to do is I'm going to bore from this side. I can just start to make a seat with my blade. And I can see through it now. So there's a hole through here. So what I want to do now is hand drill with my spindle on this side. We're gonna get a bit of pencil sharpener effect going on. That came out. But we pretty much got a hole drilled through. Not sure if this is on camera or not. I don't have the sun working with me. But this is the hole that we want. And again, as we shape and sand this down, we're gonna get a wider hole, but it shouldn't be too terribly too big. So this is what we get. I'm going to shape and sand this a little bit so that we have a wider hole going on. Just slightly. This looks about the right size for me. Okay, so we've got our hole bored through, and I'm just going to shape it a little bit, and I just kind of want to take advantage of the fact that we're on asphalt here, which is rough rock. Sandstone would work. And I'm basically just taking this and just rubbing it back and forth. To get a particular shape that I want. Like so. So you can use your environment, your surroundings, to your advantage. To start to shape your tool. So I'm going to do some refinement on this, but the main purpose was just to show you how to use the hand drill to make a hole. And again, the hand drill, the size of your hole is going to depend on the size of your hand drill. So we're gonna, I'm gonna refine this a bit more, and this is gonna become our arrow straightener. Okay, so here is our arrow straightener for the most part. It's pretty much ready to use, but I'm gonna go ahead and refine it up a bit. Again, we already bored a hole through using a hand drill. I used mullein stock for that, and then I just refined it and used some sandpaper to make the hole a little bigger, sanding it down a little bit to get it nice and smooth. In a quick and dirty situation, it doesn't have to be that refined, but I'm doing it because I can. I don't mind some of the rough spots, but I could sand this down so it's really very pretty. These can be made out of bone. They can be made out of plastics, pretty much, anything that's going to be pretty hard. Wood is easier to manipulate. Antler will work as well, especially. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bore a lanyard hole here, because I want to be able to have it around my wrist and pull it out as I'm straightening arrows with So what I'm going to do, and I've got a couple of different tools here. The other thing is I'm going to burnish this before I do that. And I'm taking a smooth rock here, and burnishing presses and compresses down the fibers and makes it a lot smoother and a lot more denser of an end product, right? So to burnish something, you just take a rock, and again, that's why I have my marble slab here. Just take a rock and just run it over the body of the project here, and that'll make it nice and smooth, and it'll also compress and condense the fibers of the wood, give it a nice finish, also give it a bit of a sheen as well. So burnishing is another kind of step that you can do to your wood projects to give them a finished look. So that's burnishing. So right now I'm going to bore a small hole about here. I've got my modern cutting tool, which is a knife. I've got a piece of chert, which is a stone tool. And what I can do is I can just kind of find out where the middle is, and just make a divot, a hole here, a seat with my rock here. And then, you know, I gotta use my knife, but stone tool works too. And I have my pump drill here, and this is a pump drill that I made, and hopefully I'll get around to making another one. And a pump drill consists of your main shaft here that at the end has some cordage or string attached to it, and it's bored through a handle like this, and then you have a weight, and usually traditionally that's like a clay or a soapstone of some sort, or a rock that you're able to bore a hole through. Right now I just basically made a sandwich with some rocks in here as a counterweight, and just lashed it together, and that has a hole running through it. And you have your main shaft come to at the end here, and I've affixed a drill bit that I napped out of some chert. So this is my primitive drill, Black & Decker. So basically how this works is I can set this in the hole in my seat here, and I want to take this, and I'm going to move the camera. So I can got it set in the divot here, and then all you do is you turn the handle up, and then you're going to let centrifugal force do the work. So I just pump up and down, and this will drill my hole for me. Now this is what I could have used to drill the other hole, and it would have taken as much energy. But it was a good demo on just how to do something like that primitively. Now I want to check, I'm doing this on a hard surface, I don't want to ruin my tip. I want to check and see when I'm getting to the other side. In fact, I'll probably do this on a towel. That way I won't ruin my tip when I break through the other side. I think I got through the other side. Yes, I did. So there's the divot on the other side there, and then there's the hole. So I just meet it from the other end, like this. And we're all the way through. So that's how you use a pump drill, and hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to do a video on constructing this and how you make it. So anyway, there's our hole for our lanyard, and then this is the arrow straightener here, made of wood. I think it's hickory, and I've just burnished it a little bit to give it some sheen and to kind of refine the finish a little bit. Take some sandpaper, sand the hole that we created. Oh, and there we have it. This is going to be our arrow straightener here.